Hello everyone, welcome to our Comments and Answers TJ channel. I hope you're all doing well. In this new video, we're going to prepare for the questions from our Christian life. We are in the week of February 26th to March 3rd, titled, Wisdom is Better Than Weapons of War. Let's begin. Ecclesiastes 4 verses 9 and 10. It mentions something very clear, saying that it's better to have two than one alone. In what sense? It means not being alone, especially when in dangerous areas or situations. Even though someone might say, I'm preaching, and Jehovah will protect me, of course, Jehovah could do that, but one is not following this advice. So, if one faces danger by ignoring this advice, they might have to pay a price. It would be putting our lives at risk because we believe Jehovah will protect us. It's preaching, and He will do it. It would be unwise. So, let's be careful when we know there are dangerous zones or situations. Proverbs 22 verse 3. Here, the advice is always to be attentive to what happens around us. For example, when we are with the carts, many times we are in areas where something can happen at any moment. Perhaps we are distracted because we are talking too much. But we have to be attentive, take care of our backs, put ourselves in safer places. That way, we follow this advice. Proverbs 26 verse 17. This text encourages us not to get involved in discussions that have nothing to do with us. Proverbs 17 verse 14. Well, if we see a situation that could end in a violent act, get out of there, move away from there. By staying away, we could even protect our lives. Nowadays, protests are an everyday thing. So, a protest could break out at any time. Better get away from there. Luke 12 verse 15. Well, if a thief attacks us, then we give him what we have. Not to save what we have in the wallet. Let's not risk our lives. Sometimes it has even been recommended to always carry some money in the bag because if the attacker doesn't ask for it, and we have nothing to give, he might get angry. So, it's best to give him what we have, and our life is more important. What effect did Enoch's example have on this father? The father in the video wanted to protect his family with weapons, but he followed Enoch's example, who also lived in a violent world but walked with Jehovah. Meditation on this text, thinking about the consequences, imagining what could happen by obtaining a weapon to defend himself, helped him make a good decision. We can also make a good decision about this. Enoch's example had the effect of strengthening the conviction of the brother who is a family father, and thus, strengthening his faith and trust in Jehovah. By reflecting on Enoch's experience, who lived among violent people but kept his confidence in Jehovah, the brother finds inspiration to continue trusting in divine promises and resist the temptation to resort to violence to protect his family. It had a great effect because by remembering that he did not have to face the violence of the world of his time, as this servant of God lived among very violent people but never strayed from God's ways. So, this brother decides to imitate Enoch's faith and trust that Jehovah will always be there to protect his family from evil, without him needing to have a weapon at home. This teaches us that no matter how difficult the situations are, or even if we are at risk, this should not be a reason to violate Jehovah's standards. Instead, we should always trust in his protection and have faith that he will take care of us. Due to the increase in violence in the world, a Christian might feel that it is necessary to take reasonable measures to defend himself or protect his belongings. However, if he decides to do so, he should try by all means to ensure that those measures do not end in the loss of anyone's life. Since a true Christian should never be guilty of shedding innocent blood. Well, those were the practical answers about this week's study of our Christian life. I hope it is very helpful for you, my dear brothers and sisters. I send you a big hug, and may Jehovah bless and protect you always.